Saints 48, Huddersfield Giants 6. Oh, it took thousands of Lilliputs to tie up Quimber's flestering in Gulliver's travels. Gulliver, to, of course, his friends. But it only took 17 Saints to absolutely tie up the Giants in this one. This was a performance of class from the champions. We've been waiting for it all season, and it finally landed at St James's Park. Beware. Super League is what I would say. It was a masterclass, wasn't it? St Helens at their brilliant best from 1 to 17. Quite simply sensational. Let's look at them. Wellesby, 4 assists, 131 metres. Makinson, a record at Magic Weekend, 28 points, 4 tries in the game, 6 kicks from 3. Superb. Percival with a try, 2 for Conrad Hubble. Ritson, busy all game, 145 metres for him. Lomax doing what Lomax he does with 2 assists, 1 assist for Doddy. Welmsley, a bit quiet by his standards since he's come back against Catalan, only 87 metres for Big Al, but that's not a problem. Roby just being Roby. Lee's 95 metres for him. The second row was superb. Batchelor getting 109 metres. Sirenen also getting 109 for Batchelor. Only less than 100 for Sirenen. Bell, 118 yards. He's in good form. He's Bell doing McCarthy Scarsbrook coming off the bench, getting himself a try. Another 109 metres to boot. Matautia coming off the bench, 129 metres to boot. Lusic, of course, at the end, a beautiful try. It was outstanding from 1 to 17. Every single player was on their game. St Helens, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And they needed to have a huge overall in terms of the point scoring in order to get to 6 over Hull KR, and they managed it. St Helens now still with a game in hand, taking KR, who'd have thought that at the start of the weekend, out of the top 6. Unbelievable. As for Huddersfield, well, who'd be in the Cowbell Army at the moment? Watson again at full time, talking about his lack of troops, that, his spine's not been right. Clearly, he's going to bring Ollie Russell back to play alongside Theo Farge. Looks like Tui Hoyer or Connery's going to be dropped against Warrington on Saturday. But, let's be fair. This is rugby league. You're never, ever going to have for very long anyway. You're starting 17. And what this shows for me is a complete lack of faith in his strength in depth. I mean, what's he doing? The whole point of a coach is being able to move the pieces around. And he just, for whatever reason at the moment, rather than accept the fact that that's the role that he needs to do, he seems to just be blaming the fact that 1 or 2 players are out. If I was in the Huddersfield Cowbell Army at the moment, I would be scratching my head. A lot of people talking about, as you know, Joel Scholes, big fan of the show. He was in touch at the end of the game, and he said, back in 2013, they had, a pretty poor squad, but they had hearts of lions. Now they've got a pride of lions in the squad, but actually with the heart of puppies. His words, not me. I quite like that. Well done, Joel. And I think he's right. Something's not quite right there at Huddersfield at this moment in time, and it needs to be put right as quickly as possible, because this was clearly a shocking performance from them, but an excellent performance from Saints. It was probably a mixture of both, but I'd rather say Saints were at their brilliant best. Are they now going to start to come good as the season goes on? They've got a really difficult game next week, of course, as they take on the Wigan Warriors. But Wigan, of course, will be smarting from their defeat against the Catalan Dragons by, equally a demolition as what Huddersfield went through. And Huddersfield need to bounce back against the Warrington Wolves at Halliwell Jones Stadium at 5 o'clock on Saturday. This is going to be interesting, isn't it? I mean, really interesting. And again, also for the Wire, we'll come to them later. But yeah, this is now what we've been expecting from St Helens. This was a championship performance. It's been long overdue. Saints fans shouldn't get too excited. One spring doesn't make a summer, as they say, but you have to give them credit. Really, really good. Now, when the team of the week comes out, there's arguments for a lot of these Saints players. However, what the St Helens fans need to appreciate is that some players were the difference in very tight games this week. This was a sensational team performance. As a collective, this rivals Catalan without question in Magic Weekend. So, just go easy. I'm sure a couple of your players will be in there, but it certainly won't be 1 to 17. I'm going to give them the plaudits that they deserve. St Helens were sensational, and that's coming from a Warrington fan. So, what can you say? So, congratulations to Saints, 48 points to 6, now in 6th place with a game in hand. Like I say, Super League beware. Comment, subscribe, and we'll see you next time on the show.